Now in the next session of the chapter chemical kinetics, that is pseudo first order reaction. Pseudo means false. See, those reactions which are bimolecular but their order of reaction is 1 are called pseudo first order reaction. For example, if we consider the hydrolysis of ester, it hydrolyzes to form acetic acid and ethyl alcohol. Now you can see here that the concentration of the water molecule is very low, that is, it is present in large amount, so it is not taken into account. So concentration of the ethyl acetate will only take part in the order of reaction. So it will be dx by dt is equal to K active mass of CH3COOC2H5. So you can see here, if you see it, there is 1 mole of ester and 1 mole of water. So it is a bimolecular reaction, but this water molecule is in large amount, therefore it is a pseudo first order reaction. Now we will solve few numericals about the first order reaction. This is the in-text question 4.5. In this you will see that a first order reaction has rate constant 1.15 into 10 to the power minus 3 per second. How long will 5 gram of this reactant take to reduce to 3 grams? So here you should keep in mind this type of numericals are asked in board also, and here the initial concentration was 5 grams and it is reduced to 3 grams. So the formula for the first order reaction is K is equal to 2.303 by T log R0 by R. R0 is initial concentration and R is the final concentration. So and K, the value of K is given to you 1.15 into 10 to the power minus 3 per second. So T will be equal to 2.303 by 1.15 into 10 to the power minus 3 log 5 by 3. Now you should know how to find out log. Now here log 5 is, you will count the number of digits. This here I have written, that is count the number of digit. So it is 1 digit and always will subtract 1, either digit is 2, 3, 4, only subtraction will be only of 1. So it is equal to 0. So 0, then we will go to the log table and we will open the log table and see that is 50 ka 0. Under 50 we will see the 0, the value is 0.6990. Similarly, we will find out the log value of log 3. Count the digit is 1, so 1 minus 1, so here it is 0, and then 30 ka 0 if you will see in the log table, then it is 4771. So we have substituted the value here, and when we will calculate, we will get the value, that is 4.443 into 10 to the power 2 seconds. Next is second example is, that is, this is in-text question 4.6. Here the time required to decompose SO2Cl2 to half of its initial reactant is 60 minutes. So time given to you is 60 minutes. Calculate the rate constant if it follows first order reaction. So here time is given, that is 60 minutes. formula we have derived earlier also, that is for first order reaction T half is equal to 0.693 by K. So K will be equal to 0.693 by 60. So this is per minutes. Now if you want to calculate per second, you can find out per second also. Now next topic is, that is temperature dependence of the rate of a reaction. Now for a chemical reaction, the rate of constant gets doubles when we increase the temperature by 10 degree. Means if it is suppose 10 degree, if it the rate of a constant is 2, it will become double, so 2 to the 4. Now this temperature dependence equation was given, that is K is equal to A E minus EA by RT, and this is called as Arrhenius equation for rate constant, where K is rate constant, A is frequency factor, also called as pre-exponential factor, R is the gas constant, T is the temperature, and EA is the activation energy, which is measured in joules per mole. Now next is, that is if suppose H2 combines with I2 to form 2HI. Now how it happens? Now there is a bond, covalent bond is formed between H2 and I2. To form a product, we require energy to break the bond. So the bond between HH should be broken and a new bond should be formed between the HI. So these you can see that I have drawn it by dotted line. This shows that here the bonds are breaking and a new bonds are forming. So the formation of bond, energy is required, and for energy is released, this here energy will be released, and for breaking the bond energy will be required. So a transition state is formed, and which exists for a fraction of seconds, and afterwards it dissociates into two molecules of HI. Now what is activation energy? Now activation energy is the energy required to form intermediate or activated complex, and is known as activation energy. Energy required to form a activated complex is known as activation energy. Now when we plot a graph between potential energy and reaction coordinate, then for the same reaction I am explaining, that is here this is the potential energy for the reactants. H2 and I2, they are the reactants, and it is denoted by A, and to change into product it requires some energy, that is called activation energy. Now you can see here कि this is the activated complex which you just now you have, that is HI. So C is the activation energy required. So this much energy is already present with the reactants, and this is the energy gained, extra energy gained to become a activated complex, and when they get converted into product, then the energy, this energy is released. So this is denoted by delta H. So there was a scientist called Boltzmann and Clark Maxwell. What they gave a distribution of kinetic energy, and they described by plotting a graph NE by NT. Ne is the number of molecules which when collide with each other to convert into product and has the activation energy Ea, whereas Nt is the total energy. So this is the fraction of molecules which are taking part in the reaction, and the on x coordinate we have kinetic energy. So a bump is obtained and the top bump gives you the value for most probable velocity. Now distribution curve showing temperature dependence. Again we plot a graph between fraction of molecules and kinetic energy. Now here the same Boltzmann only explained कि at temperature T, the area, this red part area, these are the number of molecules which are reacting at temperature T. The red shaded area shows, and when we increase the temperature by 10 degrees centigrade, we see that the number of molecules which are reacting is increasing, means red plus blue, both the area of molecules are reacting at 10 plus 10 degrees centigrade. It means when we increase the temperature, activation energy जो है that has increased. Now we will discuss the next, that is equation for temperature dependence, that is Arrhenius equation. Just now we have studied that is K is equal to AE minus EA by RT. Now taking natural log of both sides, we get ln K is equal to minus EA by RT plus ln A. Now if we change the temperature, now suppose first the temperature is T1, then it will be ln K1 is equal to minus EA by RT1 plus ln A, and at temperature T2, ln K2 will be equal to minus EA by RT2 plus ln A. We have numbered them as equation 1 and 2. Now subtracting equation 1 from 2, we will get ln K2 minus K1, ln K2 minus ln K1 is equal to EA by RT1 minus EA by RT2. Now ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA by R. We have taken the common here EA and R, then 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Now changing the base, here this was on, that is base E. Now here it has changes to base 10. So when it is base 10, we write down log. So log K2 by K1 is equal to EA by 2.303 into R, T2 minus T1 upon T1 into T2. And remember always here temperature should be taken into Kelvin, otherwise when you will do the numerical, you will get the wrong answer. And the value of R here taken is 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole. Now this is the numerical based on the same formula, that is temperature dependence. Now this is an unsolved question in text question 4.8. That is the rate of a chemical reaction doubles with increase of 10 Kelvin in absolute temperature from 298 Kelvin. It means that T1 is 298 and T2 will be 298 plus 10 will be 308. The same formula we have to write down. Log K2 by K1 is equal to EA by 2.303 into R, T2 minus T1 upon T1 into T2. Remember temperature should be taken in Kelvin. Here already it is given in Kelvin, so no problem. Now so K2 by K1, here it is written is just doubles, doubles, that is why we written that is log K2 by K1. If you will write down, this is 2 K2 2 K1 या 2 K2 by first suppose K1, so it is 2 K1, so कट जाएगा K1 तो आएगा log 2. So log 2 is equal to EA by 2.303 into 8.314 into difference is 10 divided by 298 into 308. So EA is equal to, now log 2 the value is 0.3010 into 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 into 38 by 10. When we will calculate, the value comes out 52,897 joules per mole, and in kilojoule it will be 52.897 kilojoule per mole. The second question for that is syntax question 4.9. Again it is the answered question given. The EA for the, that is activation energy for the reaction 2HI gives you H2 plus I2 is given to you 209.5 kilojoule per mole, and temperature given is 581 Kelvin. You have to calculate the fraction of molecules of reactants having equal energy or greater energy. Now for fraction of molecules is given by e to the power minus EA by RT, e to the power minus EA by RT. So taking log of it, ln is minus EA by RT log E, and EA you have got in the question is minus 209.5 into 10 to the power 3. I think it is in kilojoules. So to convert we have multiplied by 10 to the power 3 divided by R 8.314 into 581. So the value comes out minus 43.3703. Now log, this was log base E. Now we have to convert into base 10. So we will divide it by 2.303. So value comes out log minus 18.8323. To find out the value of log minus, now negative log, to find out negative log, what we do, we add +1 to the कैरेक्टरिस्टिक. फर्स्ट डेसिमल के पहले वाले को कैरेक्टरिस्टिक बोलते हैं और बाद वाले को हम लोग एंटीसा बोलते हैं. तो हम लोग को कैरेक्टरिस्टिक में +1 ऐड करना पड़ता है और मेंटीसा से एक 1 से माइनस करना पड़ता है, जिससे कि पूरी डिजिट में कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है. तो अगर आप 18 में +1 करेंगे तो वो जो है आपका 19 हो जाएगा और बार नेगेटिव ही रिप्रेजेंट करता है. प्लस अगर आप 1 से 8323 घटाएंगे तो हमें मिलेगा 1677. आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करके देखिएगा. अगर आप 1 से 8323 सब्ट्रैक्ट करेंगे तो आपको मिलेगा 1677. अभी आ गया आपका, आपने चेंज कर लिया इसको. उसके बाद अब इसका हमें एंटी लॉग लेना होगा. एंटी लॉग लेने के लिए जो भी डेसिमल के पहले होता है वो पावर में चला जाता है और उसके बाद फिर हम 0.16, आप एंटी लॉग टेबल खोलेंगे उसमें 0.16 देखेंगे और 16 में देखने के बाद फिर 7 में जाएंगे. 7 में जो भी वैल्यू हमको मिलेगी उस वैल्यू में फिर हम जाएंगे मीन डिफरेंस में. 7 में वो वैल्यू फिर उस वैल्यू में हम लोग ऐड करेंगे तो हमें मिलेगा 1.477. पॉइंट तब नहीं मिलता, हमको मिलेगा 1471 और पीछे से 3 डिजिट के बाद हमने यहाँ पे लगा दिया डेसिमल. तो हमें ये आंसर मिला, दैट इज़ द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी. तो आपको निकालना था फ्रैक्शन ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स. सो दिस फ्रैक्शन ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स आर टेकिंग पार्ट एट दिस टेम्परेचर. Next is effect of catalyst. We have studied even in lower classes also, that catalyst is a chemical substance which generally, actually we talk about positive only. otherwise it may decrease also, but positive way. A catalyst is a substance which increases the rate of a reaction without itself undergoing any permanent chemical change. मतलब वो खुद यूटिलाइज नहीं होता है लेकिन केमिकल रिएक्शन के रेट को बढ़ा देता है. मतलब क्या करता है कि वो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी जितनी भी होती है उसको वो कम कर देता है ताकि रिएक्टेंट्स जो है एनर्जी बैरियर को और कम एनर्जी पाके ही क्रॉस कर जाएं और प्रोडक्ट में चेंज हो जाएं. तो अब आपको ये ग्राफ बड़ा इम्पॉर्टेंट है, कई बार बोर्ड में आए हैं कि पोटेंशियल एनर्जी और पाथ ऑफ रिएक्शन के बीच में अगर हम ग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं तो देखेंगे कि जब बिना कैटलिस्ट के ये सॉलिड लाइन बता रही है, दैट इज़ विदाउट कैटलिस्ट दिस इज द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी required to convert reactant into product. But when we add catalyst in the chemical reaction, this activation energy decreases. So this is the activation energy with catalyst and this is the activation energy without catalyst. So we can see here that activation energy decreases. So catalyst is very important. Now I would like to tell you some of the important properties of catalyst. This again we have to study in the chapter biomolecules also. Now first important characteristic, it is required in very small amount. The small amount, a pinch of the compound can also start the chemical reaction. Now it is specific in reaction. It means that कि जैसे एक ताले को एक ही चाबी खोल सकती है उसी तरीके से एक कैटलिस्ट किसी एक पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन को ही कैटलाइज करेगा. ये नहीं कि आप कोई भी कैटलिस्ट किसी भी रिएक्शन में डाल दें और वो रिएक्शन को बढ़ा देगा, नहीं. यह उस हर एक रिएक्शन के लिए एक स्पेसिफिक जो है कैटलिस्ट होता है. नेक्स्ट, इट डू नॉट अल्टर द गिव्स एनर्जी चेंज. आपने थर्मोडायनेमिक्स में पढ़ा है डेल्टा जी, दो डेल्टा जी इज़ द यूजफुल वर्क डन. तो यहाँ पर ये जो है गिव्स फ्री एनर्जी को में कोई चेंज नहीं लाता. द कैटलिस्ट ओनली कैटलाइजेज द स्पॉन्टेनियस रिएक्शन, इट डज नॉट कैटलाइजेज द नॉन स्पॉन्टेनियस रिएक्शन. कोई रिएक्शन नहीं हो रही है तो उसको कर नहीं देगा, लेकिन जो हो रही है उसी के रेट को बढ़ाता है. नेक्स्ट, इट डज नॉट अल्टर द इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट. इक्विलिब्रियम कांस्टेंट को चेंज नहीं करता, ओनली इट हेल्प्स टू attain the equilibrium constant at faster rate. And last, that it catalyzes the both reaction, forward reaction as well as backward reaction. Now the last topic of the chapter is collision theory. Now collision theory, suppose you have taken a complete full of jar with number of molecules present in it. So it is not necessary that all the molecules which are colliding with each other will turn into product. Only those molecules will convert into product which has the sufficient energy, and those molecules or those collisions are called elastic collisions. So according to collision theory, reactant molecules are assumed to be hard spheres and the reaction occurs only when they will collide with each other and has sufficient amount of energy. Now collision frequency, it is the number of collision per second per unit volume of the reaction mixture is known as collision frequency. Now the factor on which the collision theory depends, that is activation energy. Now to reach the activation energy, the minimum amount of threshold energy should be present, so that suppose the molecule does not have its energy so that it can cross the energy barrier, so it requires energy from outside. There we have taken one example. For a bimolecular reaction, A plus B gives you product. For this reaction, rate is equal to Z. AB represents the reactants and products, e to the power minus EA by RT. Here Z represents collision frequency of reactants A and B, and E minus EA by RT represents the fraction of molecules having energy equal to or greater than activation energy. Now effective collisions. Now effective collisions are those collisions which has sufficient kinetic energy, that is called threshold energy, and number 2, proper orientation, so that the bonds are broken of the reactants and the new bonds are formed to form products, are called effective collision. In organic chemistry, we have studied in chapter haloalkanes and haloarenes that this is the example of SN2 mechanism, that is nucleophilic bimolecular substitution reaction. Here, if the two reactants, this is the first reactant, that is methyl bromide, and second is the nucleophile OH. When both of them react with each other, if this OH will attack from the side of Br, then no product will be formed. This orientation is improper. But again, if this OH will attack from the back side, then you can see here, that is a new bond starts forming, and the nucleophile starts reaching to this carbon center, and the Br minus, here I should write down Br, this Br starts leaving it and forms the product. So for effective collision, another factor came into existence, that is probability factor or steric factor, and here rate is equal to PZ AB e to the power minus EA by RT. That is probability means that is proper orientation should be there, then only the reaction will take place. So in today's session we have studied about the pseudo first order reaction, temperature dependent, that is Arrhenius equation, and how the products are formed, then the Boltzmann and Maxwell theory of distribution of the molecules based on temperature. Next, that is effect of catalyst and collision theory.